A third group of Europeans who came to the colonies were prisoners. The colony of Georgia was created as a prison colony. England had lots of prisoners because there were so many criminal laws. One could get hanged for stealing a loaf of bread. In addition, people who did not repay their loans were slapped in prison until the loan was paid. Prisons were expensive to operate. It was cheaper to just pack up the prisoners and ship them off somewhere. Georgia became one of the first destinations for English prisoners. It would not be the last. The country of Australia was first a British penal colony before becoming a nation. There were also those wanted for crimes. They frequently decided the best thing to do was make passage to one of the American colonies. There they would be unknown to anyone. They could start a new life, often using a new name. With luck, they could become whomever they wanted to be. There were many in England and other countries who wanted to be something other than what they were. Jobs were often dictated by the status of your birth. Birth to a farmer? You became a farmer, but only if you were the firstborn son in England. Many farmers were tenant farmers. They rented the land from rich landowners. The land was divided up, and the tenant farmer had a little chunk. This he passed on to his first son. All the other sons were hard up to find a job. Maybe second, third, and fourth born sons would find something, but many headed to the colonies. There they hoped to be able to own farmland of their own. Some of these sons also wanted to be able to work other jobs. Maybe they would become a shipwright building ships, a printer's lad, or even apprentice to a blacksmith. The opportunity to own land or take a job you never would have gotten in Europe sent many young men to the colonies. That was especially true of colonies like Pennsylvania. Penn actually advertised for these young men to come to his colony. They were the workforce the Quaker colony needed if it was to grow and prosper. Some people came to the colonies to escape political persecution instead of religious persecution. This was true of a huge number of Germans who came to Pennsylvania. In Germany, it was not hard to run afoul of your local prince. For many, getting out of Germany was their very best chance. You had to do something to keep yourself out of jail and in a job. Germany sent people in huge numbers to Pennsylvania. During colonial times, 2 out of every 3 Pennsylvanians spoke German rather than English at home, in their church, and in their community. Englishmen who ran afoul of the English government also found it wise to move to the American colonies. This was true during the English Civil War and later during the restoration of the Stuart kings. These political immigrants often brought many special job skills with them to the colonies. They might be master cabinet makers, clock makers, gold or silversmiths, but most were just skilled farmers.